Time for Heat A versus C for Senior Rotax, and here is your starting grid. Jaden Teen and Mitch Haynett start on the front row with Teen on pole position. Kaz Boshaus and Bram Plomp will be on row 2 ahead of Ralf van der Pavert and Matej Radenkovic on row 3. Row 4, it's Devian Rost and Julian Klosman with Eva Dorrestein and Felipe Falk rounding out the top 10. Benjamin Van Hees and Steen Peters will be on the next couple of, well, there'll be Krik Knoren, Benjamin Van Hees, Steen Peters, Enes Demirkaya, Siem van Vliet, Ruben Verheyen, Wesley Eckhart, Dante Sima, Amadou Zeeman, and Jay Zurveld rounding out the top 20. Mike Maastricht, Colombia's Martin Herrera, Max Costa, Dean Winters, Luca Prima, and Enzo van den Dickenberg round out the 26 strong grid. Once again, for this second of 3 heats, it will be the case that some of these drivers will then have done both of theirs. Some will have to do theirs a little bit later on, just after around about, I think, quarter past 1 this afternoon. We are running a little bit behind schedule at the moment. Probably the best part of nearly 6 or so minutes behind. But in karting, sometimes that can feel like a lifetime, especially when your eyes are filled with adrenaline and your heart is beating very, very fast indeed. So the red lights are on the starting gantry here at Kerpen. So into the tram lines, revs rise, lights do not go out. It is a full start that has been called. The drivers have to go round for another tour of the circuit here at Kerpen. So the drivers come out of the final corner. Red lights on the gantry. Once again, revs rise. This time the lights go out and Jaden Teen straight away goes on the offensive. All two off. 2 off coming out of turn number 1, and one was backwards. And all big incident through turn 2. One has definitely ended up being turned around 180. So two incidents in the opening 2 corners, which probably from lights out to that point might have been about 15-20 seconds that those incidents transpired. So Jaden Teen leads us across the line to complete the opening lap. So some dramas on the early goings in this race, but some keeping a cooler head than on calmer shoulders. It's a bit like a duck on the riverbed. Quiet on the surface, paddling like heck underneath to get away as quickly as possible. So Jaden Teen has a lead of just over 0.281 seconds. And looks like, well, Julian Klosman has dropped to the bottom of the timings. Looks like Felipe Falk might not get out in time. I did see that there was another incident elsewhere. Surname being Seong. So now we've got to wait and see how his backhand matures, how it helps up, how it keeps going. And Devian Rost has moved up 3 places. Most places gained, Marc Russo. It was nearly 3 wide coming through turn number 3 just a second ago towards the bottom part of the top 10. So again, teams trying to find that extra inch or millimetres or 2 to try and get the job done. However, sometimes at some points on the circuit, it is never that easy. Jaden Teen continues to lead the way. It's 4/10, but it is more a sense that the capability of Jaden Teen has been really, really going to another level this year in 2024. He has a lead over Ralph van der Pavert, who was very, very happy at De Lansart when I called his name and got him to come up onto the podium. He's now found a little bit of reinvigoration by changing teams, changing chassis, and making a decision that works well for him, which I completely understand and I can completely respect. So, chapeau to you, good sir. Top 10 at the moment, covered by just under 3.9 seconds. It is 9.4 seconds from first down to 21st, where Wesley Eckhart has lost 4 positions. It's been a difficult first heat for Julian Klosman, who's now up into 19th in this one past Mike Maastricht. Eva Dorrestein through on Sim van Vliet for 9th place. Enes Dimanakaya up from 14th. Shortly coming up to half-time in this There have been some other positional changes. Martin Herrera has just been dropped down to 19th, courtesy of Julian Klosman, who's trying to start coming back, but with 4 minutes and 50 plus an additional lap, that is going to be easier said than done for the driver. So just also found out that Ruben Verheyen was a non-starter. And this is where these points are getting ever more crucial. So just over 4 minutes to go. Jaden Teen now leads by nearly 3/4 of a second. And is starting to pull away from Ralph van der Pavert. Kaz Boshouse, so I wish good luck to you this morning. Tanner Dankovic has got past Steven Rost for fastest lap of the race so far in this encounter is by Taylor Dankovic in the 3:39, 44.557. Puts him to within 2.35 seconds of Ralph van der Pavert. Luca Prima has made some great moves up the order. Started down in 25th, now 13th, ahead of Max Costa. So over the line come the leaders. We complete lap 10. But at a little bit further back, you can see that there are a few drivers. Devian Ross closing in on that 4th position, currently held by Buvan Powers, Mateo Dankovic. As all bump and run there from behind. That might have been, oh no! That was Radenkovic off the circuit on the outskirts of turn number 2. Might have had a little bit of a heck check. Interlocking wheels, cart bounces off to the left-hand side, and that's all she wrote. After this, we'll have one more heat to go for senior Rotax, which will be probably between 1:15 and 1:20 this afternoon. We'll have DD2, DD2 Masters, and then KZ2 Masters and KZ2 up the inside. That was the 337 Bram Plomp on Mitch Haynert. And they are still squabbling going through out of turn number 5. Eva Doddestein finds herself in a very high position, P7, and is ahead of Kricknoren. Eva effectively wearing that FIA Girls on Track race suit so that she's had a good year or two now. Managed to grow into it, and also she got a diploma earlier on the, well, it's not her, it was somebody else, my apologies there. It just goes to show that there's always an opportunity for a driver like Eva Doddestein, who competed with the likes of Bella Fairclough and Vanessa Zaikute as just some of the finalists for the FIA Girls on Track programme run through the Iron Lynx squad, which is also associated with the Iron Dames, including the likes of Michelle Gatting, Rahel Fry, and Belgium's Sarah Bouvy, amongst others. We also have cars in Formula Regional European Championship in Freca, racing this weekend at the Hungaroring. Right, right, incorrect starting, well, disturbing start procedure was the 310 of Mitch Haynert. So Mitch Haynert picks up a 3-second time penalty post-race, and that is going to dump him out of the top 10. So timer has expired. Last lap board now shown to Jaden Teen. Ralph van der Pavert now in second. Well, he was in third. He's now up to second. He robustly got his way through on Casbah's House, who's now also a driver that has ended up moving to SP Motorsport. There's Devian Horst from the Kanstal Benelux racing team. Main workshops based just north of Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Great facility I had the opportunity to go and visit earlier on this year. But it is going to be the checkered flag out of the final corner. The winning streak in 2024 at chrono karting for Jaden Teen continues unabated. 1.4 seconds was the winning margin after 16 laps for the 3:59. Ralph van der Pavet, Kaz Boshaus, Devian Rost, Mitch Haynett on the road will be 5th, but will drop down to around about 12th place following the 3-second time penalty. So that'll promote Bram Plomp to 5th place, Krik Knoren 6th, Eva Dorrestein 7th, with Sim van Vliet, Benjamin Van Hees, Mateo Dankovic and Enes Demirkaya rounding out the top 11 provisionally after the penalty is applied for Mitch Haynett, which will drop him down to 12th. Luca Brima, Julian Klausmann, Max Costa, Enzo van den Dickenberg. Another strong showing for the 352 on the Sodi karts. Makes up 10 places. Brima made 12 over the course of the race distance. Martin Herrera from Colombia made up 5 places from 22nd to finish 17th. Ahead of St. Peters, Felipe Falk and Amadou Zeman, who ran out the top 20. Dante Sima, Mike Maastricht, Jay Zurveld, Dean Winters, and Wesley Eckhart rounding out the 25 drivers that all made it to the checkered, with Ruben Verheyen a non-starter. Up next is the pre-final for DD2 and DD2 Masters.